It is the Bellew of the week, so no greater man than Bellew himself to take us into this segment.
I've told you what to do, ban them for life. My thing would be, fail for steroids, officially you've took steroids, you've injected needles, ban them for life. Ban them for life. No ifs or buts, you fail for performance enhancing drugs, you're banned for life.
It seems to be people saying to you, and this is also towards Eddie Hearn as well, that it seems to be one rule for one and one rule for another.
If anybody fails a drug test for performance enhancing drugs, they've been injecting steroids, ban them for life. I don't care who it is. I don't want to go on about Billy Joe. I just feel for him. I know the kind of person Billy Joe is. He's a good lad. He's one of the boys. And let me tell you, mate, cheating just wouldn't be in his jet. It's just wrong, mate. He's been given something, and it's wrong. It's wrong. And he must be furious as well. He must be furious because you're tarnishing the lad's name, and it's just not him. It's just not him.
Tony should suck a dick for that. There you go. Fuck Tony Bellew then.
MBT squared for that one. We can get on board with Dillian White, Andy, if he's coming up with that type of content at the end. Bellew, you can suck a dick for that, he says.
Without doubt, mate. Without doubt. Dillian might appear on this segment as well again tonight.
Might be a Dillian appearance. One man who regularly appears these days is Isaac Lowe. He tweeted out, I think I'm going to hit Manchester for the boxing. Who go, who then? Dan said, I wish you'd get some fucking literacy lessons. It would be awful when you can't help your own child to read and write. Isaac says, wish you'd take ye cock out ye mouths. I don't want him to take literacy lessons, Andy. I'm enjoying this kind of content.
Oh, mate, somebody needs to take the phone away from him, though, man. Jesus Christ. Surely somebody says to him, look, mate, come on.
Give it up, Isaac. Give it up. A couple of people who should give it up, actually. It seems to be Master Knowledge. I think it was Craig who threw this one in. I can't remember now. But anyway, Amir Khan versus Kell Brook. Kell Brook ways to win. Only 11 viewers. Bellew of the week for Fearon's viewing figures. And Stamina 9 for sale. Oh, dear. Struggling over there, the boys with 11 viewers. Not like
Spencer X is just unblocked me on
under.
Twitter as well. So I feel blessed this Sunday day, you know.
He unblocked you? What have you done, right?
First time in 5 years he's unblocked me, for some reason. I don't know what the fuck's happened there.
Get him on the pod, Andy. Get him on.
No chance, mate. He needs to come begging me to get him on the pod.
We'll up his viewing figures now. Super chats are flying in for the lads there. William McNamara has nominated Ray Jackson. Kell Brook would beat Jerome Boots Ennis right now. Hashtag Carnbook.
At what? That's right. He didn't specify.
Oh, dear. No, I was a bit savage earlier, Andy. I said that maybe Brook should be served up for Ennis. Sacrifice to the new king. You get on board with that one?
Mate, I'm telling you right now, Kell Brook needs to get fucking danger pay for that fight, including the fucking health insurance. And the insurance company's going to who knows their fucking boxing is going to can insure him for that fight.
Them eyes wobbling around like Tevin at the end.
Mate, that's GBH written all over that fight.
Oh dear. The Dr. FMG, Super Chatter, has thrown in a little message there saying that he's sweating. What was it he said there? Let's see. Bellew, sweating like Isaac Lowe in a spelling test. Oh, Bellew. Wouldn't contradict himself, would Tony? But he did in the introduction. Anyway, next one here. Brian King has nominated Macho Grande. Chuffed for Joe Gallagher. There's something I never thought I'd tweet. Joe got the win with Natasha Jonas last night and got a lot of love over on Twitter for it. Here's a few more as well from the man himself. Macho Grande says, my good man Dewey Powell has just alerted me to a 6-1 offer for Namus to beat Jonas. I don't know anything about Namus, but I do know Natasha Jonas is jumping up 3 weight divisions. Feels like a trap price, but one that's too good to refuse. Well, hopefully he refused that one. Didn't put the money on. Jim Ballchat gave a Bellew of the Week nomination for the card, said it was atrocious. And also Andrew Foster got a nomination. The Furies need a payday and are beginning to panic a little bit. Here we go, Rob, right up your street here. Andy nominated Floyd. I couldn't get the video. It wouldn't let me copy it for some reason, which is a little bit of a shame. But Floyd has just joined Metaskeletons NFT project, and it's going crazy. Mint your metaskeletons.io today, Rob, and you'll have a chance to win a pair of signed autograph gloves by me and 2 tickets to my next main event. You've been critical of Floyd in the past for not telling us what to do. Well, he's very clear. Mint your metaskeletons, Rob, today.
Look, if you don't mint your metaskeletons today, what are you going to do tomorrow? This is the fucking question. Do you know what I mean? And I love that he's giving away tickets to his next event that I don't think is inked anywhere just yet. So, not saying Floyd is selling magic beans or anything, but I don't think he's learned his lesson from being indicted for selling fucking Bitcoin fucking drops or whatever he was doing the last time. So, yeah, TMT, baby, the crypto. He's going to have to fucking add a TC into that. The money and cryptocurrency team. Not just all about the cash these days, Floyd. Like,
His hair's looking good, though.
Definitely is.
British hair clinic, baby. Manjaro's did the hairline for him when he was over in the UK.
Bitcoin Rodney, hurry, this project will sell out fast, says Floyd. So that's that one. Here we go. What about this? Matty. Dominic Henry has nominated SAS Australia on 7. Ebony Bridges has never been one to back down from a fight. SAS Australia starts Monday, February the 21st. Quite a few people asking how they can get to see this, Matty, on a VPN, apparently. The blonde bomber in action.
What's going on here? Is she in a fight, or is this a reality show?
No, she's taking part in an SAS reality TV challenge. Is the blonde bomber.
Same one that Bellew did. She's doing the equivalent of a Tony Bellew, except in Australia, mate. She's joining us, the SAS, the Special Australian Squad.
So she's gonna be like crawling around on her hands and knees with a rifle on her back through the Australian outback.
Yeah, picking up landmines with the titties, man.
Oh fuck! Oh man, there's gonna be if she lasts. God, you know what? She's a tough chick, but I don't. Do you think she can last the whole show? How does the elimination work on these on this thing?
I don't know, but I'm waiting to see Twitter when they're like, "It's good that you're learning all these techniques, Ebony, because you are the bomb, so you need to learn how to defuse one."
Spoken in the style of the main man himself, there, Rob, the Gad.
Can I just add, if the lad who won the Bellew of the Week last week is directing this SAS program, I'm all for it.
God damn.
Well, let me tell you, he might have some competition because Ebbs was tweeting out, "What am I thinking?" And Heath Pearson 5 was nominated by former super chatter Terry Woodfine, and his take on what Ebbs was thinking was quite interesting. He says, "How you wish you could come to Bama and meet me, the love of your life, and get your ass ate out. I mean, completely ate out, whole thing front to back." Ha 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 ha.
Woo! I tell you what, that's an offer she could not refuse, eh? Fucking hell, man.
Jesus fuck.
How desperate are these people? Fuck me.
Oh,
Yeah, you do that, Danny.
Sorry?
Would you do that? Back to front or front to back?
I'm just wondering, like, if he says that fucking publicly, what's the DMs like? You know what I mean? Fucking hell.
You know, I had this old friend of mine who was married 6 times to 5 different women, and one time he told me, 49 no's and 1 yes still means yes. So, guys like this, they're just throwing it out there to whoever will fucking try it, and just hoping, hey, I just need one to take the bait, just fucking one.
The Rocky Marciano of relationships there, Matty.
Jesus fucking Christ. Well, and he bought almost every one of them a house. It was very, very expensive pursuit, Steve.
Not Boner, is it? Anyway, moving on. Mauricio Sullivan has dropped in with the union belt on the line last night.
What a travesty that is, by the way.
Again, we're going back to like Ultimate Warrior style fucking wrestling belts here. It's disgraceful.
God, if Andy was wearing that, everybody would just think that he's wearing a Union Jack codpiece.
Fucking hell, man. Look at that. I mean, imagine tripping on acid and fucking looking at that belt, man.
Oh, the WBC.
It's horrible, isn't it? Look at it.
Well, we've got to come up with something, Andy. What about this fella wearing that? That's right up your street.
I want to hang out with that person.
Union belt. Right, moving on. Sam Wood, unpopular opinion. Fowler has the potential to be world class at middleweight. Brian King has nominated him for that one. Here's a good one, Danny, that you might be interested in. Aid Oladipo. Actually feel a bit for Eddie, not about it being on DAZN, more that he has wanted to make this fight for Kel for years. He's worked with Kel for years. Almost feels unfair that he won't have his moment. Michael Gearty has nominated him, but do you feel sorry for Eddie there, Danny?
Absolutely not. Evening, Ed. Yeah, fucking terrible. What a travesty that he wasn't involved in that. But anyway, you know, we're all sitting there and we're all thinking, "Oh, how Ben Shalom," isn't it? So,
Absolutely.
he made it.
Why is it unfair that Eddie's not getting his 20%? Is that what it is? I mean, this is the same Eddie Hearn that told Kilbrook to go fuck himself when they come back to him asking for a TV slot for his Crawford fight, and Hearn was fucking fuming about that. Right, well, something along the lines of, you know, if you go away and do your own thing and that, you know, you cut me out, then we're done. That's it. Well, you know, it's finished. So all of a sudden now we have to fucking feel sorry for a fucking promoter. Fuck
But
off.
look, this is a guy from Talk Sport, and what the fuck do they know? Do you know what I mean? So
that's what you get if you listen to Talk Sport. Tony Bellew might appear, been nominated by Cedric Sniff. Tony also feels sorry for Eddie, you'll be surprised to hear. He said, a man who continuously delivers, apart from this fight, and makes sure you're paid extremely well should be shown loyalty, in my opinion. But hey, not everyone thinks like I do, I suppose. I'm all for fighters going their own way when they aren't being paid or are being robbed. But if you're not, then be loyal. Tony's not happy there about the loyalty.
he would say that though, because he's still in Hearn's pocket, still getting paid, isn't he? So
good old Tone. Better places to be. What about in the gym with Kell Brook? Don't try this at home.
Man.
Dominic Ingle drinks Kell Brook's sweat after a heavy session. Now we know what goes into the Flex Ingle protein shake, says Shimmy 10. Yeah, this is fucking grim.
That's
says
Clarty.
Boxing
That's
Shrew.
Clarty, by. We didn't even show that. That's Clarty. I don't want to know it. Oh, fucking grim, man.
I was saying to someone in the chat, I haven't seen something like that since. Remember the program, The Word, and they used to get young people to do some disgraceful things.
Like lick Granny's armpits and stuff.
No,
Yeah.
like Jackass and Dirty Sanchez, these guys, and that. These were the guys, right? But this is like, I remember Dirty Sanchez sprinkling pubes in their pizza and that type of thing, spewing out the top of it. This is just disgusting.
The
Man.
worst thing since Marquez drinking his urine.
I thought it was a Ricky Gravel tweet when I seen it first.
Too extreme for Gravel, that.
Well, the thing is, as well, I mean, I can see why Kell made the weight quite nicely in that, because obviously Dom just sucked whatever ounce fluids he still had left him out of his body a wee bit.
Andy, that might be the case, but was it?
Might be the case.
Oh dear, yeah. There you go, Dominic Ingle. We'll move on from him pretty swiftly. The Motor City Cobra nominated this. Savage from Kiko Martinez. They asked him about Josh Warrington's hair, Andy. He said, I'm going to feel bad punching Jim Carrey and Dumber and Dumber.
So you're saying there's a chance?
No, shrimp on the Barbie. Oh, fucking brilliant. Yeah. What was... I need to go and watch it. I might fucking fancy a laugh at that, actually, Jim Carrey. Saying that, what was his excuse? Warrington said that's what it is. He got caught in the rain. That's what it was. Fucking hell.
I dread to think what I'm going to look like when I get back in the fucking Afghan.
I look like Kiko Martinez's hairdo anyway, so don't even.
Shout out to the British Hair Clinic. Sir Ruiz Horza Fitzgerald nominated here. Cocaine Dawkins enjoying his content. Tony, we talked about this, not in public. Cheeky sod looks away. You'll never hear from me again, Eddie. I just want to get home safely to my wife and kids.
Jesus fuck.
More of a visual one there. S-Jam Boxing, Saturday night, the Albanian King will be watching you. Greg Cross and Slack the Planet have nominated him. We will be watching Florian Marku, who wants the winner of Khan versus Brook. More chance of getting Khan, I'd say, than Brook. What about Bean? Been nominated by Paco. First of many Bellew of the Week nominations for Bean. Saying in the IFL interview, he looked at Kell's legs and thought, wow, good Bean content there.
I thought Bean was brilliant this week, by the way. He was giving it to Ed, wasn't he? Like, in a very subtle way. Even
I tell you what, I did pick on the most overused word he used last night was exciting. It's very exciting in the MMA arena. It's an exciting show here tonight, lads, isn't it? My God, man. I can see why he gets excited about a bottle of ketchup. You can that?
I said on the post-fight pod last night, I hadn't listened to the commentary all night, and then I just turned it on at the ring walks, and Bean's like, a cacophony of noise, and then I just muted it, man.
Mute that fish. Mate, I was like, well, I'll go with the ESPN broadcast or I'll stick with Sky. I was like, well, I've got the Sky link seems to be working quite solid, so I'll just stick with that. And I'll no try and jinx it. My God, I wish I hadn't bothered. And the other thing as well is because he had so many knockouts and that. So I say this was going back to Cyclone show and that. You know, fucking waiting like half an hour between fights after some cunt gets knocked out. I'm like, just get on with it.
Aye. I remember Frank Maloney, now known as Kelly Maloney, done that once at a show. It was on Sky. It was Martin Lindsay against John Simpson.
Oh,
But
aye.
all the fights early on ended in early knockouts. So instead of putting the floats on, they had like a over an hour break between the last fight and the main event, and we're all just sitting there. And of course, once the
Folks
main
get
event had
pumped up.
happened, this was Christmas as well. It was snowing like
I
mad.
remember it, aye.
And I was sitting there at 12 o'clock at night. It got that bad that the Sky team had put all the cameras away and the bouts were still going on. And they'd taken Gary Logan's microphone away and they were having to shout out the results at the end because it was all packed up and they were still they were still going on. That was a bonkers night that was, so it could be worse.
Mate, I'd have left. Did you stay to the bitter death?
Well, I was doing it for boxing news, so I had to stay,
them.
didn't I, and be a professional.
Oh, fuck that, mate. Bed's mate important.
Back in the professional days. Anyway, talking of professionalism, my former friend on the press row, Dan Raphael, was getting stuck into a seat, smashing it to bits with his heavy arse. Poor old Dan.
I guess I see he actually even had it name tagged as well, so you could actually even get that framed.
Frame tag selling.
Well, we're not fat shaming on the asylum. You know what I mean? We're pro health. We want to see Dan Raphael do his job for many years to come, and he needs to make some adjustments, as brother Nazim would have said during this contest against the chair.
Some smart adjustments to his belt.
Because Jade can't.
Well, not that I want to shame Dan, but we have a video, so we might as well watch it. Ricky Gravel sent it in. Here we go.
Fuck off.
That seems to be throughout boxing right now. Everybody seems to be determined to protect that record. Sometimes when it stops big fights from being made. Right?
With boxing, the whole almost the most important thing in
He thought he saw a donut, that's what it was. Tried to get there first.
8, 9, 10, you're out.
Can't even get up, man.
The fleece and all.
Fuck.
Holy shit.
Up at 8, Dan Raphael.
That beige fleece goes everywhere. Everywhere we go.
The cameraman wasn't the smallest fellow in the world either, Andy.
I know. Thing is, mate, it's one of the folding plastic chairs and that. Christ's sake, mate, what is Dan weighing? Like $3 these days, man. Look at life. 25 stone. Fuck me.
Talking of big fellas, old Bomac, do you think he ever gets in the ring to give advice to his fighters, or is that because he takes him a little longer to get back out?
He would need to roll under the bottom rope to get in the fucking
ring.
He
would. Or have the bottom rope held up for him so he can roll underneath it. Yeah.
And even then, he's trying to suffocate himself to death with the weight.
Just set a ramp up and just at a slightly tilted angle above the corner so that he can just roll down after in between rounds.
You have to think these guys have got a medical issue to carry that much.
You know, yes and no. I mean, I've dealt with weight issues throughout my life. I mean, I'm about 185 now. I used to be 240 in my younger days. So much of it is the decisions that you make in your life and things like that. And I really hope that breaking a chair will help Dan make changes in his life that are healthy, because that's not a good look.
I know Dan Raphael's won a few awards and that, but see the day he hits the Hall of Fame, I want to see that beige fleece get fucking enshrined in fucking Canton, by the way. Come on. Get it fucking
It must be
done.
an American thing though, Andy. Didn't Gabe tell us the last he weighed himself, he was 428 pounds or something like that?
Who, Gabe?
Yeah.
Is he that?
Yeah,
seriously? Like Yokozuna like weather, man. Fuck me. They wouldn't have been able to see him in the summertime, he's fucking inside to be fucking sit underneath his AC unit. Keep him cool.
What the fuck?
Fucking hell.
Just
is he really 400 pounds? Is he really?
No, I don't think so. I was hoping you would hear this and come on.
Who's 400? Gabe?
Apparently
no,
so.
No, I'm only messing.
I will say, like, I don't know. I've never seen Gabe, but I will say that the fattest person I've ever seen personally in my life was in a diner in Electra, Texas, and they ate the biggest chicken fried steak I've ever seen in my life, and they sat on 2 chairs, and it was
awesome.
It was, yeah, like, and that's personally, like, I've watched those shows, like, where they have to remove the wall out of somebody's trailer to get him out with a forklift and into a cargo jet to a
Oh, this
weight
is
loss
terrible.
clinic. But personally,
Oh no.
that's the biggest person I've ever seen. I don't know how fat you can be and still be mobile, but that person was nearing the limit, I would assume.
I could take it to another level, but I'm not going to bother.
No, no, I feel a bit bad now, but there you go. Shout out to Dan Raphael. That's all the ones that I've got. Apart from Andy, actually, you sent one in to me last night, which I completely forgot to put up. G-Main 07. What Amir Khan goes home to versus what Kell Brook goes home to. I ask you, gentlemen, who really won tonight? Hashtag Khan Brook. It's a bit of a strange tweet.
As I says to him, and that says, well, I didn't say it to him. I says that I put it out. It says someone needs to fill Mr. G-Man in with the information here.
I wouldn't kick either of them out of bed for eating crackers. What the fuck are they talking about?
You know, Khan's missus is wasting herself with all that plastic fantastic stuff, you know. So
yeah, but I really, I personally think he fucks like a bitch. You can just tell looking at him.
I thought you were going to say that
she needs it.
I thought you were going to say you like chicks that look like Lilos.
Dear God. Anyhow.
Right, we started off with Isaac Lowe, ended up with Amir Khan. Natural progression, everybody. Those are all the ones I've got. Matty, any nominations from you? Episode 462.
I think just generally the ESPN feed for the Russian card deserves a nomination. It seemed like there was there was only one camera angle. It feels like it was like from a guy with an iPhone and a seat about 10 rows back or something like that. And the announcer was awful. Like there were so many awful lines, but what that stood out is he said, it says Linares will not back down unless his opponent makes him. And I don't know. It was just fucking awful. And anyone that watched it knows what I'm talking about. So wherever that feed from Russia came from, I love the extra boxing. But man, if you guys would just pay for my pay-per-views, I'd do that shit and do a 10-time better job.
Did they have like Corey Erdman doing it on his own or something? Because the version I watched was like a Spanish version, and they seem to be having a great time.
I didn't know. It wasn't a Spanish version. This was in some English.
Some form of English. Nomination there for Matty coming in. Any nominations from you, Andy?
Yeah, a couple, mate. So Chris Eubank and Kell Brook's going back and forward on Twitter just now trying to get a fight made. I think Kell's saying, look, this is going to happen at 155. I didn't mention my name. Eubank responds, you fought Golovkin at 160, so you'll do the same with me if you want the biggest payday and the biggest beating that you've ever got. If not, then he's got bigger fish to fry, according to Chris Eubank. So this is Chris Eubank who's telling the world he's got the biggest fish to fucking fry, yet he's on Twitter right now, right, trying to negotiate a fight with another washed-up fighter. That's Chris Eubank's career for you boys.
The thing about this that's so annoying is that he's trying to paint this narrative now that Brook interfered with his Triple G fight. But really, wasn't it Chris Eubank Sr.? Didn't he want McGuigan or something as part of the commentary team? And he was insisting on that as part of the deal. He wasn't pick his own fucking pundits.
That fight comes down to heart.
Yeah, so fucking Chris Eubank looking for the chocolate brownies, babby. I say the fight gets made at some kind of 159 upwards, 158, something like that. I do see the fight getting made. Brook was bigging up Ben Shalom big style last night after I noticed after we had our post-fight pod, which I kind of thought he would. And why wouldn't he? Because Ben Shalom seems like a great guy, doesn't he? Everyone agrees on that. Like, Ben Shalom seems like the fucking top man.
The future.
Really good guy.
The
future, yeah. Young, more handsome. He's not, you know what I mean? He doesn't have to fucking try to be 40 running around in a jumpsuit or whatever. Good on Ben Shalom. But, yeah.
Got one for Eddie and Dillian White. Apparently, there's an article in the Sun, though, that I'm not going to believe everything is said in it, mind you. But apparently, Eddie's going to offer big money to Dillian White in order not to fight Tyson Fury and to become one of his main stars. So I think the stable's running a wee bit bare if that article's true. Chino Maidana's making a return actually to the Legacy Boxing Series in March 26th in Dubai. Did you see that? I don't know who it is he's fighting. Is it Yao Kabira or Kabara?
Last I heard, they were going to stick him in with some YouTuber, so I don't know whether that is the guy. I saw him on the poster, but like you, I didn't know who he was.
Some Welsh train station.
Mike, that long word. Mike Perez is on the undercard as well, and Lenroy Thomas for the Dave Allen fame. And who else have we got here? Oh, aye. don't know if this should be for Bellew of the Week, but I noticed something kicking off here. Somebody on Twitter claiming to be a sports writer, stating that John Real Casimiro
Yeah, I saw that. Go on, Andy.
apparently has got credible allegations made against him of a female minor.
Yeah, I
He's
heard
apparently
that.
fled the Philippines a few days ago and is currently in America.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't
Sounds a
think
bit dodgy, all that, doesn't it?
is he got a fight arranged?
He's supposed to be fighting Paul Butler, wasn't he? Isn't it,
So
I think.
just keep an eye on that one if it comes through.
Yeah, yeah.
And my last one, mate, would be for
Team
David
Regal.
Benavidez. Who?
Team Rigo. Rigo was robbed against Tim Money.
Aye, that's right.
Thought he was like.
David Benavidez. Now, Samson Vick, which was on the Boxing Voice, this is someone tweeted this out and that. He says, what do you hear this one? David Benavidez will only fight Demetrius Andrade, basically if he's paid well over $7 million. Quote, we will, quote, we will, what do you hear this one, Rob? This will make you even piss your pants. We will fight Canelo for way less than any other opponent, but to fight Andrade, they will have to pay $7 million just to start talking. Right,
that's
$7 million, right? So he's going to take less money to fight Canelo. So all these fucking people who are saying, you know what I'm saying, mate? They're all sitting on the sidelines. All these B-side fighters, like everybody from 160, 175, all waiting for a retirement fucking handout.
Well, I think there's been proven allegations against Benavidez in the past for riding the white horse, hasn't there? So maybe, maybe that sounds like a return to form.
Lost his title for it, didn't he?
$7 million for Andrade. Like, in the metaverse or something, is it?
Ugandan dollars. It's Floyd's paying with his NFTs, metaskeletons.
7 million metaskeletons, or we don't talk, Andrade. Boom, boom.
By the way, just off the back of my nomination for Chris Eubank there about the, basically like bigger fish to fry, Jamel Herring has just tweeted him saying, "I'll meet you at 160." So, he'll no fight. He'll not take that one on Willie. Nah, he wants to stay in house. That's what's going to happen. I think that's all I've got, mate. To be honest with you, I've got anything for last night. That's what I think.
I know you sent me a video of Khan slagging Eddie, but again, I couldn't get it copied for some reason.
Right.
They're clamping down on us.
Just that entire card there last night, mate, was absolute awful. Just shite.
Yeah, definitely Bellew of the Week worthy. Danny, any nominations from you?
I was just going to say that Andy's that insider information about Benavidez fighting Boo Boo. I think that was from Mel B, wasn't it? I think that was.
No, it was Mr. Moonshine. I think it was.
Busted you.
You're busted. Anyway,
that would be a good reality show, wouldn't it? Kell Brook and Mel B from Bo Selector. He's coming as Fook, and I'm posh as Fook.
Let's get it straight though. Who the fuck's going to pay anybody? Who they're like me? Oh, maybe Eddie, obviously, but $7 million for Andrade is insane, man. Who the fuck can justify that money?
Triller in with a bid straight away. Watch this space.
In a triangle ring.
That's why there's on a broke, surely.
What's Andrade going to go?
Spice Girls concert going on beforehand.
What the fuck's Andrade going to be wanting for that fight? He's going to be wanting parity at least. $7 million. It's a bit like the time when Leo Santa Cruz came out. He got asked directly. He says, "How much will it take you to fight Rigo?" $4 million. Fucking just came straight out. $4 million, just like that. Like, dude, you're not being fucking serious. Nobody's paying fucking Rigo fight $4 million fucking quid. Not happening.
Shoot for the moon, Andy. Shoot for the moon.
Shoot for the moon and fucking land in the slurry, man. That's what's gonna happen.
Right. Ronnie, sorry, did you have anything to throw in there?
Yeah, sorry, yeah. So just quickly, Jake Darnell for giving us all hope that we can appear on a pay-per-view. Terence Crawford for doing a ring walk with Amir Khan. What the fuck's that about? Like, I'm not aware that he was involved in any sparring sessions or anything like that.
Terence Crawford's biggest ring walk last night of his career.
Yeah, well, he should have just sat in the front row and just fucking stayed well out of it, because it just, I don't know, it just something was a little bit odd about it. And then Bean was fucking awful last night. He was so bad, and I had to have it on because I had a load of people around watching it with me, and I was like, what is he like? He just don't shut up, and he doesn't talk about what's going on. He's not talking about the fight. He's just, just absolutely creaming himself about fucking ketchup and being sweaty and all the rest of it. Like, it's annoying. It really is. So yeah, just them for me, mate.
Rob, any from you?
Yeah, I got a good one actually. I'm bringing the quote back into it. I should have sent you the screenshot because it's got the quotes. BoxRec pick in. But basically, the Iceman John Scully on Facebook put a split screen up of the GOAT's BoxRec and Canelo's BoxRec, and he said, "No offense, but when she crazily, in capital letters, says she was the first to win titles in such quick fashion, etc. But look, more capitals. There are 1,277 male super middles in the world as compared to 28 females, all in capitals again, in the world. There are levels. This is not an insult. It is a fact. The comp level is thin. 20. And like, they're not all full-time either, are they? Like, those 26, like some of them
aren't even part-time, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, but it looks with so, yeah.
Hey, Consuela, you want the fight on Friday?
1,000. So Canelo's the best of 1,277, and she's the best of 28 women who probably do boxercise 3 nights a week. So anyway, I thought that was pretty good from the Iceman. Ice baby.
Ice, the GOAT. More icings than the GOAT's dished out this year anyway. Right, let's go through them. I liked Ebony Bridges, Mr. Loverman. I liked Floyd and the Metaskeletons. But I think this week, Bean's a good one. But it's got to be Dan Raphael and the chair for me, Matty. Who you going for?
Rest in peace, chair. I am with you. That chair is going to be remembered the way that Harambe is remembered.
Andy, who you go for?
I'm going for Eubank, mate, just for it's just so predictable. I've said it last night. I've said it for long enough. Right, this is the shit that he pulls straight out his daddy's fucking playbook. Risk versus reward, least resistance possible. And this is what he's trying to do with this fucking fight. Let's see if he responds to Jamel Herring, by the way. I'm not saying Herring's any great and he's going to fucking win the fight, for example, and that, but you know what I'm saying? Why is he not fucking fighting or trying to get the Golovkin fight? Or Canelo? Or that fucking ilk? No, he's fighting up fucking wash bums. Fucking terrible, man. So predictable.
Getting it. Eubank for you then, Andy, yeah?
Yep, Eubank for me, mate.
Danny, who you going for?
There's only one winner this week, and it's that fucking dirty bastard Domingo for drinking sweat, man. That is next level filth. That is disgusting. Yeah, so it's dirty Domingo for me, mate.
All that would have been worse, Dan, was if Bean squirted a bit of ketchup into the glass.
Fucking hell.
Oh, mate, I'm honestly getting the urge to dry boat here, you know.
Rob, the decision is going to rest on your shoulders.
That was fucking. I don't even want to talk about that because it was fucking disgusting. That was. I was watching the clip unfold and I was like, "Is he what? What's going on?" And then, man. Anyway, Jesus Christ, the Dan Rayfield one. I quite like someone to edit that with the that Rocky music that. When he's getting back up, I think that'll be quality. So that was handy, especially when his face pops back into shot.
He's breathing heavy to you, like he just ran a mile away. He just dropped.
The worst thing about it is he looked so surprised. He was like, "Damn, I thought I was fucking trimming down a bit. I'm not fucking burying that chair." Jesus Christ. So yeah, but the 7 million from Benavidez that he's looking for fighting Bobo Andrade, man, that's hard to top. I don't know, like it's fucking. Give it to Dan. I give it to Dan just for fucking comedy effect.
Give it to Fat Dan. Good stuff, Rob. Rob has spoken. Congratulations, Fat Dan. You're the Bellew of the Week winner for episode 462.